Namaskaram. In case you're writing your Group 2 of CA Inter in Jan 25, please watch this video with undivided attention. Keep everything away. It's a very short video, but pay complete attention. Now, the context of this video is, this are the real mark sheets of a particular student. I'm sharing the numbers because you might relate to this. So the range is in the between of 90 to 120, and we have averaged it out to 110. Let's say you're in 30s in your costing, 30s in your auditing, and probably close to 40 in FM. Plus or minus 10 is also fine. Even if you're at 90, 100, that is also fine. So don't worry about this too much, but this could create some level of relatability. Also, if you're writing for the very first time, still you can follow this because most of you would be in the range of at least 70, 80 if you have done 1 to 2 months of preparation. Okay, this is a starting point. Now, there are two aspects to it. What is it you have to do on a daily basis? Now, let's start here. I'm just helping you understand how should you plan your day. So, there has to be a session early in the morning to plan and kickstart the day. We call it magic of mornings here. We'll ensure it gets executed in a certain way. So we start the day with the previous day revision. Whatever you have done in the previous day will actually make you write all of that, so that there is connection between previous day to this day. This is the first 1 hour. It's all about getting ready for the next 10 hours. And every day in 10 hours, you should be able to cover 10 marks. Every single day, you should be able to cover 10 marks of syllabus for sure. That is exactly how the day goes. So 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., you'll be covering an average 5 marks. 10 to 12, an average 3 marks. 2 to 5, there will be an ICA simulation exam. We'll have exam every single day, which includes MTP, RTP. Sometimes you might be asked to go through the paper without writing the exam, but largely you will be spending time with MTPs, RTPs, and previous year papers continuously for the entire 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And finally, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., you'll be covering 2 more marks. And 9 to 10, we have something called DAD, Daily Active Dose, where you summarize whatever you've done in the day, and we call it day end revision. Okay. So day starts with PDR and MOM, day ends with DR and DAD. Okay, this is about a particular day. Now let's shift the focus to how you plan your next 5 weeks. In the first week, get started with FMSM. The reason being, it has elements of both theory and arithmetic aspects. Now, if you look at group the whole, you have 100 plus 50, costing plus FM, 150 marks of arithmetic thing, and I would say 100 marks of audit plus 50 marks of SM. So 150 marks of arithmetic and 150 marks of non-arithmetic, exactly equally divided. So that's why when you pick up something like FMSM, it will actually help you in both the aspects. So 2 slots, 6 a.m. to 9 and 10 to 12, 5 hours, you'll complete FM. Largely in the first cycle, complete all the major topics, complete all the major chapters, the 5-6 major topics which are there starting from chapter 3 to chapter 10. You just finish all of them largely, especially second module, working capital, investment decisions, and also dividend decisions should be completed in this cycle itself. Because cost of capital, you would have largely done it, leverages, you would have largely done it. But it's important to cover these topics also because they're normally neglected. So in 5 days, you complete at least 5 major chapters. The remaining 4 or 5 chapters, you can do it later on. So this is exactly how you have to plan this. Now the micro planning is also available, but understand it for the simplicity. Now SM, daily 1 chapter per day. Each chapter takes 10 marks itself, but spend just 2 hours in Q&A. Go through all the question and answers of SM. If you have your existing short notes or if you have existing material from your lecture, do that. But either way, spend 2 hours. So every day 5 hours of FM and 2 hours of SM. Again, this won't help you entirely, but it will help you build a reasonable base, which will help you get closer to 40. Next, audit. Why? Audit requires 2 cycles. That's the reason why you're starting module 1 every day, module 1 chapter, especially chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. These are very, very important. Risk assessment, internal control, audit evidence, and also audit of items of financial statements. 5 hours into each chapter will give you decent clarity. 5 hours properly studying will increase your level from here to here. Don't get restless and don't waste your time in sense of completion, because even if you spend 20 hours, you'll not get the entire completion. 5 hours for each chapter is fine. So that way, module 1 chapters will be completed. All the 5 chapters in module 1 will be completed in 5 days. There are extra 2 days, or extra 2 days can be used for chapters like 4 and 5, which takes more time, right? And in the evening, 2 hours for module 2 chapters. Now, module 2 chapters are relatively easy because module 1 are standard based chapters. Module 2 are comparatively easy. Of course, reporting we still have standards and all, but largely for module 2 chapters, use the 2 hours. Plan accordingly, especially 11 can be done in 2-3 hours and 10 can be reasonably done. Probably 2 days, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 days, you can do it. So, we'll give you the detailed schedule once you are here, but largely this is exactly how you have to plan. Then going ahead with costing. Costing, we are given you 2 weeks, but the way we did it is first week, module 1 chapters, and in the second, module 2 chapters, because module 2 chapters are relatively simpler. Unit costing, batch costing, except your standard costing and all, largely it is simple. So initially in the module, first week, module 1 chapters will finish, and module 2 smaller topics will be done. In the second week, once again we gave it for costing. Here's module 2 bigger chapters, standard costing and your budgetary control, all of that can be done here. Okay, 2 weeks of costing. In the second week, we have added auditing once again. Whatever you studied here, it will get revised. The second cycle is important for audit. And once again, in the last week, FMSM, something will be left out here. So second cycle of FMSM. This way, 2 weeks for costing, almost 1.5 weeks for audit, and 2 weeks for FMSM. So this is exactly how you are going to prepare. And this, by December 30th, you will be in a position to cross 130 to 135 easily. For sure. It's not thinking of a possibility of exemption versus actually scoring 45 to 50 is very different. So by December 30, the objective is to cross 135 plus, right? And in the final cycle, which we're extremely capable or extremely popular for, we'll do a 50-hour challenge for all the 3 papers in the reverse order. January 1st to 4th, you can finish FMSM. 5th to 8th, you can finish audit, and the remaining 1 week, or remaining 5-6 days can be easily used for costing. That way, you'll comfortably cross 165 for sure, irrespective of wherever you're right now. So I hope this video will be extremely helpful in setting up a perspective. Don't complicate this. This is the simplest way to do it. So don't waste time in planning. Start executing and improve execution. Don't keep changing the plans. If you don't know how to plan, simple. Pick up a subject, either start from the first or start from the last. It would not matter which chapter, here and there would not matter. So start focusing on execution. Hope this is helpful, and any other queries or questions you have, you can reach out to us on the numbers given. Probably I'll write it once again here, 707598590. So you can reach out to us if you have any further queries and if you're interested to follow this. Thank you very much. This is CA Himakanth.